They are still the same old purple smokers.
But yeah, mainly that. We could go over the builds like we did before. I could take Made in Meta and you take BT?
Sure.
Purple smokers. Okay, so starting with Azani. He's going to be using his staff. We did see Helsef going with the Sword Torch. Pretty much the same build, really. Traveler Rune, he's going to be roaming around the map using that portal, hopefully for mobility purposes, and staying probably with Polymorph Moa, normally using the stealth mode, I guess. They can go hand in hand with Zeldaris, actually. He's using the Panic Strike Thief build, so he could use that, and that could be quite nice, actually, getting immobilized and then kind of comboing that up with a nice shatter or any damage from anyone on the rest of his team to be fair, which will put him in a lot of trouble.
It's going to be pretty interesting to see kind of how quickly they might be able to re-get, well, a little bit of synergy. Because Zeldaris, I think they only played today with Zeldaris. Yesterday they were still practicing with 11.
I did see them. Now, I wish I'd watched the rest of this Team Q game, because CD actually played versus Made in Meta, and it was quite tight, and I actually had to go out, so I had missed the end of the game, and it was at like 350 each, and so I'm not sure who won that game in the end, but it was very close. So it was on Temple though, so we'll have to see maybe if they come up against them in the final.
So the new guy in the team, the new and, well, old new guy, since he was on the team already, will be one to watch, definitely, to see how well he synergizes with the rest of the team.
I think so. So going over to Shaku, I'm still copying some of their red titles as to take the mickey out of Red 11 a little tiny bit. But he's going to be running Dagger Elementalist. We saw Denshi playing this in the last game as well as Kuve. And Derek's playing whatever he was playing, randomness as usual, providing a lot of support, a lot of damage on point, AoE pressure, and also condition removal and healing for the rest of his team. Red Tameo is going to be using... Is he going to go for Mercy Rune today? He is going to go for Mercy Rune and also Spirit of Nature, so he's going to be more supportive. Sometimes he changes that for the route, or he's also sometimes uses that Crate Rune as well.
Yeah, I've seen him quite a bit on the well, mixture of Crate Rune and Entangle, and they were trying that. I have to be sure, my opinion, it didn't really work that well. At least not as well as the Mercy Rune was. Some might say Ranger in general is kind of a disadvantage on that team, that something else might work better. But at least with the Mercy Rune, it has been somewhat successful.
If they rotate, I mean, there is potential here to keep one person on each node and rotate that kind of pain train team around to the points. Now, I know that's kind of tough to do, but it's something which is potentially, especially if he's got the Mercy Rune, then he needs to be in the team fights. He needs to be active in those rather than keeping the close point. But we'll see how we go with that. Sammy is...
The problem is that they are really not set up to go for 3 points. Because with the Mercy Rune and just the general behavior of a Guardian, Shaku is the only one who can really be useful on his own. Or maybe in a 2v2 you could kind of see Sammy and Tommy incoming, but I think a 2-point aggression might be the smarter choice for them.
Yeah, true. I just think as a spirits and you know, as long as they can get, it just depends how they move around the map. It's possible. I will highlight as possible for them to keep free. They could do it. You know. Here we go. Going over to Sammy. He's playing Virtue's build actually. I thought we normally use altruistic healing, but it looks like he's switched over. Indomitable courage and also absolute resolution being key traits in that build, of course, removing conditions with the second virtue and also removing stability with the virtue of courage activate. So more stability for downing and rezzing is always nice, and more condition removal and that second virtue, of course, which is virtue of resolve. So he will be in team fights. You know, the normal drill with Guardians, they need to be rotating into those big team fights. So that is Made in Meta, and now Purple Smokers.
Yeah, Purple Smokers, starting off with Purple Tabs, who is one of the Elementalists, is running a Dagger Celestial Elementalist, currently equipping the staff, as always, only for pre-game buffing. We do have some staff at least in there, Zapdos being one of the kind of dominant figures in that department, from Cheese Mode, who are playing today, right? Just to check, yes, they are. So, Celestial Elementalist, as always. pretty good in almost everything. Let's say it like that. Good mobility, nice sustain on there, and also quite a bit of damage if they get their might stacks up. Then we do have Drazé. The Mesmer is playing a Shatter Mesmer, same build as we've seen on the other side on the case of Azani. I'm not good with names. Rune of Traveler, gonna be a lot of burst damage. He's opting, however, to go for the Mars Invisibility, same as Helseth was. So no Moa there. No tank killer slash res or stomp interrupter. I have to say, I don't know. I think I prefer the mower on people. Maybe it's just from a shoutcaster's perspective, because it's a little bit more of a tactical, like a dominant tactical advantage. Do you mean
it's more fun to watch?
Yes, it's more fun to watch a panicking mower run around.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
To get the burst off.
Okay, then Wybop is playing, as we talked about it earlier. Sammy is not running it, but Wybop still sticking with the altruistic healing Bunker Guardian. Lots of team support, wants to be in the team fights. And yeah, a bit more on his own survivability instead of the group support, but still really important in the fights. Kaze is is a sword dagger thief, so we saw Sizer running the same build. It's going to be a bit harder to catch than a backstab thief, like the Panic Strike in the case of Soldaris, or Zidaris, as we should probably call him now. But also a lot of damage, and a lot of his damage potential actually comes from the Sigil of Fire and Sigil of Air combination. So whenever that procs, it's gonna hurt. Last but not least, we have Purple Farer running another Dagger Elementalist, again with the Staff for pre-game buffing. Also, 2 Fiery Greatswords on this team, so a lot of potential mobility.
They run, you know, with two Elementalists, and then the Guardian as well. So it's going to take a while to get the kills.
Yeah.
For Maiden Met. So their damage is going to have to be on point. You know, they're going to have to get their focus targets down fast and make sure there's some CC or, you know, a lot of on point pressure to make sure they keep their targets down and keep them from rezzing, because that is, you know, where Purple Smoker's survivability factor is very high. So it's going to be tough for Maiden Met, and I think this is going to be a close one, to be fair. So we will have to see. I'm going to say the guys. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, did you go full Farrells?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
So
I was just
Elementalist. Like... Not that much to say about it. So you can give them the ready up. Just one thing to mention, maybe. It is kind of, you can see it as like a strong divide. If we don't see any split-offs, if we see the big team fight, it is kind of, hey, we're going to support the squishies as best as we can, and they're just going to deal with stuff.
Yep.
So it's going to be pretty tricky to actually get their hand on either Drazé or Kaze. Especially Kaze. I think Drazé is going to be the primary target if they can get him. But the support for him is just strong. Really strong.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. As a note as well, quickly, High Impact have been defeated by 55 HP monks, who have now gone through to go up against Not Now Babe, I Am on CD. So that game also something we're going to be thinking about, because that's going to probably be the other interesting game, because that, you know, it will be more than likely Cheese Mode semi-final versus one of those teams. But we are now going to go into this game, Purple Smokers versus Maiden Meta.
Exactly, Purple Smokers on the blue side and Maiden Meta on the red, just to re-emphasize that. And a pretty conservative or defensive start from Maiden Meta. We do see the blue team rather checking out stuff, rotating past the beach to see if anyone would cross, and catching maybe Sammy and Tamir off guard while trying to get to the point, maybe a couple of ticks on point, and actually bringing one person down already. Tamir falling apart before they even make it to the point. We do have Soldaris and Azani in a pretty good spot to get a quick engage on somebody. Kaze goes down. That burst is happening. We do have... They did bring him back up.
Yeah, back up very, very, very quickly there. I didn't see who jumped on him there as well. It was just almost insta-res. It was painful, actually, to watch. But having a look at Zaldaris at the moment, he's got some focus on Kazari. Kazaris is going to go down here as well. Lots of cleave damage. That's what we needed. That's what they need to do. That's what we said they needed to do as well. The res is coming out. There's too much cleave, too many conditions bleeding as well. Too many stacks. He's going to go down. And that's Kazaris out of the fight there. And we have seen also literally Sammy going down. Not much resin potential coming out for him, but he is actually going to come back up from, of course, that red spirit of Tamir there. So just that on cooldown as well, just to note. And we are going to see Drazza just kind of ranging on top at the moment with from behind. Cesaris is just taking him down, and I'm not sure he's even aware that that's currently happening as he just jumps down.
Oh, my health is going down. What could be happening here? And Soldaris, and he is at least doing a good job of getting him away from that pretty good spot for Mesmer, to be honest. Now back on him, bring him down, a little bit of damage, and is he gonna have enough damage to negate that res? Yes, he is, but Azani went down as well, trying to get him back up. Managed to do that, but Draze is gonna stand up as well, so no death in this current team fight. We do have Kazan splitting off and trying to go for the decap on the mine point, and a 1v1 on the decapped henge point happening between two elementalists.
We've seen Drazza going down at mid as well. Again, he's gone down. This is the second time in the space of about 30 seconds was actually been taken down out of the fight, and he is going to be taken down just out of cleave damage and some focus from Azani there as well. But on the point at the moment, red team kind of got the advantage here, really, it feels like. We have seen that decap, the full cap, sorry, coming out from Karzez there over on the mine. That 1v1 over on the henge feels like it's
came
going to
out on Y-Bob. The damage is good. Immobilized. Down he goes. And is the stomp going to be proficient? Yes, it is. Farah is just completely off point. Mid-cap going over to the hands of MIM. And now they are actually using a defensive refuge there. Jebro, you still there? Yes, you are. Just the call dropped, I think. We do have now the engage of the blue team, kind of the red team, after they managed to get the keep, to get their own close point back, because that is now in the hands of the blue team. One going down, Farah already, Kaza might follow soon. There goes the burst damage, and we do have only Ybob who could potentially still keep that cap. We do have the stomp coming out for the defensive movement. We have a portal, and now taps on the midpoint, as well as Azani trying to take out Draze. Yeah, Jebro is gone again. Some internet problems on his side, apparently. So Ybob currently still keeping the cap, but the renewed focus is gonna mean that it's gonna get decapped very close. 3 points between these two teams at the moment. And the difficult thing is now gonna be, are they really gonna fully commit for the close point of the red team? They might just want to go for the midpoint, and that is, by the looks of it, what they are going to do. We do see Papakaza coming in from the side, and them kind of waiting until he is there. They really want to get a good engage on Shaku. Damage is incoming. He's trying to survive as long as he can. With the reinforcements comes Sammy from the side, already rotating over. They only have to deal with Farah on the side of the mine. And Kaze kind of looking for a new engage. Nice with the resets. Maybe not doing anything for quite a while, but at least he's picking his moments. He's picking the right moments with the knockdown combinations and just a little bit of CC. But it doesn't look like they will be able to get anywhere with that, because Sammy is on point, and with Sammy on point and Shaku as well as Tami kind of falling back to secure the mine point, they are a bit at a loss of ideas, I think, as to what they are to do next. We do have Farah just completely defensive. Not going for anything, maybe switching out Elementalists, or no, taking both. No, switching. Tabs going back as the defense for the close point, and switching out Elementalists. And that is kind of a curious choice there. I don't know if you really want somebody not doing anything at the moment. We haven't seen that in quite a while. At least he's busy doing a Chieftain at the moment, getting a couple of points on there. Ybob with the Fiery Greatsword falling back a bit, but they do need to get some point of aggression going. Waiting for the respawn at the moment. Perpikaze still being bled out. That is giving MIM a lot of room to coordinate themselves, to position themselves, and maybe have a little bit better of a look at the beach. Oh, maybe going in for the seal. Zoldaris trying to get it. We do have the Chieftain pretty low. 5% health incoming. There we go. Zoldaris or maybe even Azani from the side there with the Chieftain steal even further securing the lead for MIM. Just portal back to the midpoint to be completely safe. And if we have a look at the map, we actually do see them being pretty defensive here, lining themselves up and now going back in for the mine fight. Now's the question, do they maybe just want to commit with all 5 people? We do have Shaku being a bit defensive, so 4v4 going on there, although Kaze not really engaging at the moment. I don't know what he is waiting for. Now back into the fight, 5 people, there we go. Now Purple Smoke is really going for it all. They are going for a 5-man engage on there, and that could very well be the move they need to do. The question is, are we going to see somebody from MIM disengaging? No, Tabs already backing off. They think they have got the advantage. Maybe getting Azani down, but he is being defensive. Shaku coming in from the side to give him some support. Kaze trying to sneak past them in the confusion. Being immobilized, not getting away with that decap attempt. Next engage on the midpoint maybe, although Draze, is he being chased? It could be maybe Zoldaris. Again, Zoldaris from behind. Is he going to notice us this time? Yeah, immediate disengage over to the other side of the high ground on the keep. And trying to just hide a little bit. Also with the immobilize on that, so he needs to be careful. Teleport over with the 5 on the short bow, getting a bit of burst in his face, kind of disclosing his location there with getting into the refuge. Going down from the other side, I think we had a little bit of damage coming in. Zoldaris coming back with the poison field on there. The res is not going to be enough, but we do have the Mesmer downside ability. Wybop is just trying to stay in this fight, and I don't know if that is really what they want to go for. It just looks at the moment like Purple Smokers are really having problems to get anywhere with their fights. They have now actually decided to go all out, to go in with all 5 people. And there has been no aggression on the Henge so far, so that is definitely paying off for them. Just not enough. Even with Shaku being completely defensive on the close point, they are not able to turn anything around. It is... I have to say, we did say Zoldaris is pretty much the person to watch, and he is doing a really, really good job in taking out Draze especially. Kaze now the next target if Draze isn't at hand. Draze now going for the 1v1 against Shaku, the Elementalist, finally paying off that Shaku stayed behind to watch the back point for that long. Zoldaris is down but is trying to get himself back up, kind of ignored there. Nobody from the high ground. Maybe Faro now seeing it. Oh, and not managing to do it. A little bit too late with getting the hint there that Zoldaris is trying to rest himself. Azani falling back to the high ground. Just barely escaping. Managing to go into invisibility to get out of there. Faro now trying to deal with Zoldaris again. But the 2-cap is holding strong and is going to bring them the victory in just a couple of seconds. They are now committing to trying to get Shaku down, but we do have Tami coming in. Will he be able to get the Rest Spirit off? No, Rest Spirit into the Vapor form. Unfortunate with the coordination there, but we do have the Mercy Rune still trying to get him back up. It's too much damage. But to be honest, with the decap now coming in from Azani on the far point, he only really needs to hold it for a bit. Or not even, they could all go on 1 point. This is a secure win for MIM after a little bit of a struggle there in the first couple of minutes. Just with the 2-cap, as we said, they want to go for the 2-cap. They don't really have the combination, the team setup for the 3-point aggression. And staying with the 2-cap did really pay off for them. Just solid in the team fights. Purple Smoker couldn't do much with that. And that was the extent of my solo cast. Apologies for no Jebro at the moment. I hope it wasn't too awful to listen to me all the time. Oh, I need to be careful in showing that window. Give me just a second to close that one. I think we're just going to go into a quick break as I try and get Jebro back in here so that I don't break any NDA and show you any Skype windows. So be patient, we are going to go into the second match in a couple of seconds, hopefully with Jebro back. Stay tuned for maybe 2 minutes of music.
Bye. Yes.
Then no music. But let me check. Can I? No. We need to go in-game. I can't really go to the screen right now because I'm scared of breaking NDAs if I show the Skype.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to call you again.
Start the call, yeah. Hi.
You left me alone again.
Oh, Virgin Media hates me.
There we go. Jebro's back, people.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened is that after MIM got the 2 cap, Purple Smokers couldn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
It was one team fight after another. It was pretty much for most of the time actually a 4v5 on mid. Because Shaku was just back on point, making sure that nobody would decap, which only paid off once.
I'm hoping that my connection is going to stay.
Yeah, I'm hoping too, because solocast is exhausting and probably not too pleasant for the viewers. By the way,
I'm sure they love you.
Now I kind of want to say I bow to Blue because he does solocast quite often, or has done in the past, and well, respect. Respect, man.
Solo casting is actually quite fun. It's okay when you get used to it. Remember, my first main big cast was on ESL Weekly Cup on my own, where my camera features in the whole window.
The problem is I need to hydrate. I need to hydrate, and I can't drink if I have to talk for the entire time.
Alright, fair play. Fair play.
So just stay.
I'll try. I'll try my best.
Try your best.
And if someone can assassinate Richard Branson, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Flipping Virgin Media rubbishness. But anyway, yeah, so made him
maybe emphasize that was a joke.
That was a joke, yes. Sorry. I mean, if we met, well, we'd probably get on great. I'm trying to grow a beard, so you know, it's absolutely fine. So Purple Smokers 0, made him 1.
Exactly.
Is basically the general gist of what's going on. Ta-da! So next game. I'm not sure what happened for the rest of the games. I can't really predict. I'm not sure how the cat. I don't know if you've already spoken about it as well.
No, I haven't yet. You pretty much came back just as I wanted to go into a break after the game to get you back in.
Okay, fair play. So we can ask them to ready up, so we don't have to talk about the last game, which I wasn't there for. And so what happened? Like 2 cap happened, and then
and then it stayed that way. It just stayed that way. They got a couple of downs here and there, but not really much. The team fight was just solidly MIM.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's they had one try with a bit of a portal play to get to mid, but otherwise, we had Sam being fast enough on the reaction on that, and move from close to the midpoint. And that was pretty much it. Just a solid team fight, completely dominated by, although maybe not completely, but pretty much solidly going for MIM. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. We said we wanted to have an eye on especially Soldaris. And I have to say he did a pretty good job in just completely taking out Dressé.
Awesome. Fantastic.
We actually now know why he's called Mickey Dressé. Mickey Mouse is here.
Theme for him.
Doesn't look quite as good as Zapdos's, as Blackjack's Mickey Mouse character that looks.
Yeah, the
Have
white
you seen
face. That? Yeah, I've seen it. It's very accurate. With the red pants and
the in-game cosplay. Blackjack actually has a character that is called Sailor Moon, which looks pretty much like Sailor Moon. So, interesting in-game cosplay going on, but we have to concentrate on the match coming up. Hopefully Jebro is going to stay with us this time. Let's pray to the internet gods and the connection gods. We do have MIM currently leading with 1 win versus Purple Smokers on the blue side.
And Purple Smokers are going to stealth up, it looks like, on a mid-motion action here. We're going to see them stealth into mid. Main target should be probably Sammy, although Tamir's just walks right in front of it. Not sure what's going to happen here. They've gone for Tamir, actually, as well. He's been able to back out with that short bow. He's going to be okay for now. So support needs to come on too fast. He has gone into the downstate very, very quickly there as he came back into the node. Not sure why he came back in when he did. He could have gone up the stairs and been completely okay. And I don't think anyone from Maiden Meta is going to even bother trying to get him up. As we do see him go
Sammy
out.
did for a bit, but to be honest, he was the only one who could at that moment. So Darius somewhat hesitated. Yeah. Do I want to go in? Do I not? He made the right choice in staying out of that one.
Yeah, the Shadow Refuge did come out from him, actually. But yeah, not for him to go in for that res. Too much cleave down on that body.
Oh, nice! The shatter in the knockdown, bringing down Kaze. He couldn't do anything against that. And now Azani can kind of regather his strength. Maybe leave a portal there in a couple... No, portal is already used. Never mind.
I got back there so quickly. So having a look again at mid, we have had a kill coming out from both teams, although Sammy has gone down in mid as well, waiting for that respawn to happen. He's still dead on the floor. So Maiden Meta, a bit of support gone, but they do of course still have Tamir there as well, and Sammy is going to be rejoining us in the map very shortly. Advantage Smokers at the moment, just because Karzes is back, and oh my god, Road Shaku just taken immediately into the downstate as Karzes comes in there actually, and the res comes out for him. He's going to be okay. I do believe Tamir did just use his res spirit. I think that's exactly what happened.
This time not into the vapor form as he did last game.
Oh yeah. Well, that would not be good. But yeah, at the moment he's going to be okay. His spirit is going to go down, so he's waiting for another couple of minutes before that comes back up. Zeldaris looking at trying to get a bit of a push over towards the waterfall. Look at that position on the SR, like literally on the edge where the Chaos Storm came on, and he was able to back out, still in stealth. He's going to be okay, but the push from him isn't going to happen. So Purple Smokers looking at their back point quite well, Maiden Meta as well, and everything is going down the mid. Azani's really low on HP, bottom of the stairs on the north point. At the mid at the moment, he's going to go down to cleave damage, it looks like, at the moment as well. And yeah, we do see...
but Mickey on the other side, there we go. Yes. Stomp coming down on Draze, and therefore rallying Azani, who, if not for that rally, would have had no chance in hell to get back up.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there from him, but hey ho. We are, the Mo came out onto Faroz there, and he's gonna be just kind of dancing around the point, trying to get in there and actually do some damage. Nice move from him, and he's actually gonna come back out of that Mo and be completely okay. So the focus, I think it was more to. I don't think so. I think it was more of just like so he can support, really.
Got stumped on the side, I think, by Zoldaris. They might just have been focusing Wybop on that occasion. Jose going for the decap on the quarry, getting it. Not even the lighting is going to be fast enough for Shaku to get on that point quick enough. So now a slight lead coming up for Purple Smokers, but not that much at all. 2 decap points are of course a little bit better, but the question is a split off fight going to be better for Purple Smokers than the complete full out 5-man team fight were on the last map?
Indeed. I said indeed. Oh, wow. Oh, good lord. Drazzy is going to go down, potentially maybe just on the south side of the quarry. No, not sure. He's going to be okay at the moment. He still has that portal, actually, and not going to use it anytime soon. Can't remember where he actually had the other side of that. Oh, Red Shaku going down there as well. Unfortunately, not looking too good for Maiden Meta over on this quarry node at the moment. We do still have Tamir versus Taps as well at the minute.
Yeah, the Vapor Form, but the damage is going to bring Kazer to his knees. Dying, and therefore meaning the rally on Shaku at the moment. Really on the side of MIM, more the rallies helping to res than actual reses.
Yeah, Shaku's really is the focus target on this node at the moment. He's just brilliantly under pressure. He's just got out there with the lightning flash, tried to jump up the side of the area there as well to get out of line of sight, but he's actually been okay. He was immobilized there, which means he couldn't jump up there. Unfortunately, I think he's going to be okay now. It doesn't really looks like actually Maiden Meta survived long enough that they might be able to actually just get the kills and just move out now.
But they might have a bit of trouble. They need to be quick because Tamir is now being attacked by 2 people, Tabs as well as Kaze, who after the respawn re-engage from the midpoint, going down with the last bit. There comes a Fierce, so no early Storm Poison on him. No, he goes back up, by the hands of Sam on that one. Kaze disengaging, maybe trying to help out to still get an advantage, although it looks like we have a two-man wipe of Purple Smokers in the fight on the quarry point. Kaze kind of only going there to die as well. Maybe picking off Zoldaris, although if he gets an engage on him, if he would have had a couple of cluster bombs on there, but he rather wants to make sure that Farah is finally dead on the quarry point, and they have finally a point income, but now double the point income instantly, getting midpoint and the close point.
I think there as well, when we saw Farah's just going to misform, you know, vapor form, sorry, it wasn't really what gave the desired effect, to be honest, because, you know, they still got the cap, so they probably just died instantly rather than just going for that and delaying his respawn. So unfortunately for them, although blue team do have the advantage, you've got about 40 points on Maiden Meta at the moment. That will slowly start to crawl back, of course, as we do, like Nick said, have the 2 cap coming out from Maiden Meta. And at the moment, Drazir is very much focused target on the outside of the midpoint at the moment, but he's going to be okay. Zoldaris has gone, Zedaris did go down, and he has been rezzed, and he's going to back out there. Still full HP though, so that's all good. The support is good from Maiden Meta at the moment. Like, I think Tamir being on that Mercy rune has really just been massively better for them, to be fair.
To be honest, I don't know if it paid off that much. Just having the rest spirit was kind of good.
That as well.
To be honest, did a couple of more reses now. The resing is
Sammy's
fast.
got pressure on him. He's going to go down, and we are going to see purple white bomb. He's going to go for it. The SR did come out, and the res is good.
Tamir really close with the dodge out of the SR to keep the cap on that. If he went into full stealth after the SR vanished, then that might have been the cap, although he can attack a couple of blinds on that. Would have been fun. Stomp coming out on Tamir now, maybe at a bit of a disadvantage. Shark is still on there as well as Sam, but the focus on Sam is good. Are we going to see another updraft shatter burst combination there? No, blocked it. Block that one. Nice. Sammy's still surviving, and we have a kind of defensive mower coming out on Drazir just to completely negate the damage ability from him on there, trying to get him down, but nice on the evades and nice on the line of sight play for Drazir to survive that.
Yeah, like you said, I think it was more defensive. So actually using that mower for a different purpose as to what we normally see it being used for, but it was quite effective to make sure that that Maiden Meta could just build up their HP pool of the whole team and remove any conditions and just get back into the game, which is at the moment you can see has actually really paid off for them. We've seen Purple Kazes go down over towards the quarry. Actually, at the moment, I do believe he was taken down by Azani there in combination with someone else, probably Sammy in support. Yeah, yeah, they're doing nice in this kind of area over here that I'm kind of circling on the map. Yeah. They're just staying with it, you know. They're being supportive on 2 nodes. And like you said in the first game,
want that 1v1? I'm not too sure, because we are going to have people falling back as soon as Drazir tries to advance towards the quarry point. Maybe just a little bit of a distraction. Just one person pulling back 3 people. And now with the portal trying to get the upper hand on the midpoint, we do have Tamir as well as Sammy. And nice move now from Tamir. Instead of juking them, trying to go for the res again, just kind of fake the decap attempt. SR, the cap is lost, and they're not going to get Sammy. That Shadow Refuge was maybe a little bit of a miscall. We do see the portal.
He's going to get up, though. The res is good.
What?
He had his 3rd skill on the downstate up, so the extra boost from that, the epic resin coming out. He was knocked onto the corner of that SR. He was actually still stealthed, and I think, you know, there was a little bit. They actually missed a lot of the cleave damage because he was knocked down there, and they couldn't see where they put him. So I think a little bit of damage was missing that could have just put him into the downstate. But, you know, still they did lose the cap because of so much stealth on the point and so much focus. So it just got way up the odds. Like, was it worth it? Probably was in the end, to be fair, because they've got still 40-50 point lead, and Sammy's still in the fight. They can't wipe Maiden Meta here now because he's still in, so it's still really their advantage. No decaps coming out from the side of Purple Smoker, really, and anytime it's happened, they're dying. Like Kazir, again, trying to go for that decap. He's been taken out by Azani and Shaku. They're just doing a fantastic job, Maiden Meta, of defending these 2 caps.
Yeah, Shaku's just on it with defending the back point cap, and as soon as anybody tries it and tries to disengage after running into Shaku, who was quick enough to prevent the decap, they either run into Zedarius or Azani or a combination of them and get completely blown up. it's just
Indeed,
not much
so.
they can do. They build up a little bit of a lead with the 2 cap now after first Purple Smoke is having a bit of the upper hand with the long fight on the second point, the double neutral getting a tiny bit of a lead, but I think they might just be able to carry this all the way through if they don't lose a lot of people. And the kind of key moment could be we have an instant refuge, and that is a problem with refuge rezzing the Guardian. He has a channel auto attack, so if he attacked and you refuge him after that, there is no amount of communication that could do anything against that. But it looks like Azani, will it be going for... Do we have a portal on there? Drazé already kind of picking up on the clue that Azani might be going to open the gate. Portal coming out. No, portal back to mid. Trying to get the advantage on that one.
Oh, they pulled back this though. Look at the Drazé actually fully pulled back there to actually make sure that wasn't going to happen. So, and didn't have a portal to get back himself. So I was going to say that it doesn't feel like it was needed, you know, they're ahead against Purple Smokers. Is a Lord Rush really needed? Like, not really, to be fair. I mean, it was a nice little juke, though, to bring back Drazé and take a lot of damage off point over at mid.
If we have a look at that now, Drazé might see the only option, but we do have the reaction of Azani and Red Shark immediately. Zadar is coming in from behind. They are just a 3-man group who are instantly stopping that. Tami is still surviving on mid, maybe getting a little bit of burst now, but Sammy is on the sidelines to assist with that. Now Pain Train coming back in from the side, chasing Karzer. He is actually trying to get a little bit of burst off. I wonder why Azani and Zadaris didn't immediately engage on him.
Well, with Tom down here, I mean, are they going to go? I'm not sure they're aware that he's getting rezzed now by his pet, actually. Tom is going to get fully rezzed on the stairs there. And then Purple Guz is going to go into the down state. No one from Purple Smoke is coming onto that point.
There we
go. They're all going for the Lord Rush. Oh, here we go. Last second Lord. We've got 4 members of the team here. And they've got the Mesmer there. They've got all the damage. Lord is at about 60% HP. Any healing coming out. Here comes the rest of the raid. Made him better. I'm not sure they're going to be able to come in. Chucky's going to have to get a lot of healing onto the Lord to get him back up. 460 then blue team going to take it. And the last... Oh, wow. 2.5 minutes of the game.
That was a really last second interrupt with the updraft there on the Lord. Otherwise the heal would have come through. But
that was nice leaving Tommy, because that kind of distracted us as well, because we were watching that going on. And then that was the nice distraction. Leaving him in down state is like, oh, what? There? Oh, right, they're at our Lord. Okay.
They definitely picked a good situation with the first one, with the first try of Drazé kind of being spotted, and actually 4 people reacting to him trying to get the portal down. They pulled back from that, and to be honest, I kind of thought something like that would happen, because although they didn't manage to get the upper hand in the team fight, it was controlled by MIM. They still managed to keep all of them alive. It was a little bit of a stalemate, so they were in a position to really go for the Lord. They had the people surviving. They weren't just being wiped and then cleaned up after they respawn. So using the little bit of the confusion there, nice with the second try, staying persistent on that one. And to be honest, it is Purple Smokers we're talking about. They kind of brought us into the new era of we're just going to Lord Rush no matter what.
Yeah, but made them do it themselves as well, and actually duked them and actually didn't go for it. And now kind of I'm wondering if they're thinking, oh man, we should maybe try that now, because this kind of wouldn't have gone into a third game. But it's nice to go on to Kylo actually with these 2 teams, because we can actually see them fight it out properly. Because there is not much that's really going to help them other than these 2 trebuchets, of course. And I'm wondering whether or not that's going to come in. We do have the thieves and whatnot. We can get to it quite quickly and off on the spawn, of course, as we come into the map. So we're going to see probably a little bit of action here and there. Azani jumps on the treb quite a lot, as far as I remember. And I think
he does
as well.
To be honest,
not obviously consistently, but yeah.
Battle of Kylo, not really MIM's strongest map.
No, we've seen, we definitely know that. That's true. That's true. So we are just waiting for the ready up. And
Smoker, I actually can't remember. I think Smoker did okay on this map. So just map preference wise, I'd give it to Smoker. But we seen kind of the dominant side of MIM in the last couple of matches, even though Purple Smoker picked it up with the Lord. Up until that point, up until the Lord kill, that game was just in the hands of Meta Meta. They just didn't have the teamfight control.
I think, yeah, it was literally, they kept losing. Did Purple Smoker actually cap mid? I don't think they capped it once, did they? Made a meta capped
no.
it twice.
It was, we
really?
only had 3 different capture point situations. We had both outer point caps, well, close points in the hands of the teams, and mid neutral, or we had quarry and mid neutral. Oh, and then the third one, double cap for MIM. There wasn't one single decap on the far point for Meta Meta. Not one single decap on the waterfall.
Yeah, there wasn't one, was it? And I think Zoldaris tried it once, and he had to actually had to back out with that as well when Dresser came up with the storm, which he got lucky with because he kind of, well, not lucky, he actually placed himself really well on the side. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Let's go. Da, da, da. And anyway, yeah.
Jebro.
Me, Jebro.
Nice.
Wow. Was that a bad impression or a good impression? Join us next week where we'll be doing Sonic ones.
Oh, really?
So, no. I don't. No. I just can't look like a hedgehog. So we're waiting. I've not got the hair for it, Nick, if we're honest. Not got a hairstyle for it to look like Sonic, but hey ho.
But no, you're just Sonic when he's in a ball form, when he's rolling fast.
Yeah, that's what my hair's doing. It's currently going around my face at such an extreme rate you can only see it on my face.
Okay, enough bad jokes. We are gonna go back into the game. We are in the deciding match of this quarterfinal. We do have Meta Meta on the red side and Purple Smokers on the blue side. Let's have a look at the splits.
So having a look at Meta Meta, they're going defensive again. It looks like they're going to go for the 2 cap with Azani pushing over from the windmill. With Purple Smokers, they have got Drazir over on that treb. Looks like he's shooting to mid at the moment. No one on Meta Meta currently on their treb, but we are going to see Kazes take that down. Maybe just taking a lot of HP off it, to be fair, rather than actually taking it completely out. And a good shot comes into mid from Purple Smokers, taking down Sammy to about half HP there. Azani is going to range from the side onto Purple Wybab. We're going to see the attention from Drazir going over towards the windmill to get that potential decap. Not seen by Tamir. He's not going to get on the node in time enough to actually make sure that that's going to be on their side. So with Tamir there, he's not going to be offering a lot of team support. So not using that spirit and not really using that mercenary. And of course, he can kind of drop to the bottom of Clock Tower and use it there if anyone goes down at mid. So it's not too bad, but it's going to be okay for now. Purple Smoker's only cap on the map at the moment.
Well, but we do always emphasize how important a small lead on this map can be, with the lack of side objectives that actually give points to your respective team. We did see kind of maybe 50-point leads being carried throughout the entire game, and then deciding the match. So this one decap could really be it. Although at the moment, Kaze and Faro against Tamir, Tamir doing pretty damn well.
Yeah, he is doing a good job, and it's like, it's the survivability. Like I said earlier, like before we started, I think can survive one like quite well on a point still. Like Ranger is still like underrated, really, in my opinion, for survivability in like 1v1s and cap, like close cap holding. But the thing is, they've got so much team support that they really need to be in the team fight as well. And now we've moved Sammy, their other main support there, like bunker-wise, where it made it matter. Well, they're all stuck at mid at the moment. Zeldaris is also down. He's in the down state over towards the treb. That's been taken down, but, he's in trouble. Sammy is now currently down over on the windmill. And where's Tamir going to go? He's good. He's not going over towards that point. That's very good. He needs to go to mid. They need to try and secure that and keep it. And also, Zoni has gone over towards the mansion, just to try and take out potentially purple taps and get that decap. Not sure that's going to happen. He's actually going to bail over there, realizing that's not a possibility. And at the moment, Maiden Meta's matchups are not good across this map. They're not matching the right players onto the nodes, and now Purple Smokers have a 2-cap.
Yeah, so they are now just opting for the only neutral point, to keep that neutral and to maybe just try and force Purple Smokers into making a mistake. They have nothing to lose at the moment. They are trying to commit to the midpoint. A little bit of a disadvantage with not having the trebuchet to choose from. With that, a midpoint attack can be pretty good, but it looks like with kind of the single side fight of Zoldaris and Draze happening, they didn't even want to go for the mid. Oh, but Kaze, is he sneaky?
Literally 1 HP.
Is he really sneaky? We will see it. Shaku react. Shaku, come on. Oh, just barely reacted fast enough for Kaze to not be quite sneaky enough. With that decap attempt on mid, going back into mid, that is kind of a curious choice. Maybe just trying to annoy him a bit. But now, with the cap in mid happening, I think MIM definitely stand a chance again, always say that, to kind of overrun 1 point, which at the moment seems to be the windmill point.
Yeah, this is better now. They're starting to match up better. They've got the Ellie in mid, which is a lot better than keeping the Guardian there, which is sometimes what happens actually to made it meta, to be fair. And now they've really taken people out. They're taking Karzaz out. They took out Wybar, but they can get this node back quickly if they can take out purple taps. And maybe a potential push might be a nice option over to the mansion. Maybe not on the respawn. We have seen Draze move into the mid now as the respawns are coming out from the blue team. Purple taps has gone down over on the windmill with Faroz. There's also lightning flashing out of all that damage to Cleave, but he's going to go down off point. He's going to vapor form onto the node, of course, to try and keep that contested for as long as possible, with also taps going in out of the fight. Actually,
but
completely.
maybe
so
Wybar
doing a nice work.
Wybar being fast
Oh
enough?
no, wait, really? Not sure that's a good idea.
I mean,
I would have been. Oh, I don't know.
I definitely like the choice of meta instead of going for the down there, just committing to immediately killing the second elementalist. Now they are in a spot where they could just overrun the map, but playing it safe might be the better choice. A 2 cap is still a possibility to just completely safely carry this home.
Yeah, they can come back now. It's okay, but you know, still 120 point lead. Now this is going to be good. This is much better for meta now. I think Purple Smokers are maybe committed a little bit too much, just sending in players one by one, sending in Ybab over there as well. You know, they were going to get it in the end. Maybe they should just regroup and just, you know, instead of taking those kill points as well. Not too sure. Looks like they're gonna go back onto mid. We're going to see Kazus going for the treb as well, with Zeldaris coming back over here to try and get some damage on him and the treb. So that's going to be taken out, and them two really are just going to be 1v1ing.
This is going to be a pretty key moment. Whichever thief comes out ahead in this matchup, I'd say normally you have the backstab thief in favor of this one. But if in case Kazer wins this and gets back on the trebuchet for the mid fight, that could be pretty good for Smokers.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he just left him alone over there, or is he oh no, Kaz's going to jump back on the trip. Yeah, but Zeldaris has actually moved completely off though. He's not actually sticking around to make sure he's not going to use that. So another shot coming in from Kazez there, and not sure if there's going to be. It's not really a lot of pressure on there. And his hits aren't. Oh, Ybab's trying to get. Well, he's just completely not with it, really, is he? He's just the kid's just like, I'm peacing out of here, bro.
Oh, Zeldaris, 373 lives managing to escape that fight. He's gonna have his withdraw. Actually playing with withdraw. One of the few backstab thieves still opting for that over the hide and shadows one. Now Shaku there to completely get rid of Kaze and finally getting rid of the trap. So mid looks a bit safer now again, but Sammy, I think Resper right there. If I saw correctly, we can quickly check. Yeah.
Wasn't check. I just had a look at Zeldaris there. I thought he was going to get that decap, but his taps just legged it up the top with the Fiery Greatsword there, and he was okay. So they watched out. They're a good scout there, but unfortunately, Made Him Mad didn't scout well enough because they lost their home point just as they were starting to come back into the game. You would have thought that they would have been a little bit more on it with the back point, looking at that, making sure there wasn't going to be a decap. Not sure. I think it was Faroz who got that actually as well. But look at Made Him Mad all in here, 4 players. But look, here we go. The Guardian is at mid, which is said earlier something I said they might want to try and avoid, but Azani did leave the portal in there to actually use that up against taps. Is just advanced from Purple Smoke over to there. So this is going to be the team fight here. But good job. Nice rotation. That's excellent. Really good. So just to note that. So everyone knows, Red Shaku did come through the portal as well, and porting Sam over towards that point. Now we need to make sure the element from Maiden Meta doesn't move out from that node. They need to keep it, and I realized that I said Elementalist in a very random way. Purple Wire is very low on HP. The focus is really on him, but Zardaris is really, he's in the down state. Red Tummy is definitely going to get him up with the Mercy Rune, of course. Although with a lot of cleave damage coming out to Tummy, can he get him down? He's so close to getting rest, he's going to be okay, but Zani's going to go into the down state as well with all the cleave damage, and the rezzing is so good from Tomir, and Purple Kaz is actually going to go down himself.
Yeah, now maybe the pressure gonna be too much to get the Thief back up. Very nice on the side, and not really that coordinated with the reses. We only had Farah on the rest there, but to be honest, we did see that Wybob was kind of a little bit busy with something else. There we go, Azani back up, no problem. Draze now on the side, just getting cleaved. That stomp wasn't necessary at all, but maybe he wanted a bit of company from a llama.
Maybe. I mean, you can get lonely on Dark Nights in the Battle of Kylo, of course. And so this fight over on the windmill is still happening.
Trebuchet to mid in a Elementalist 1v1. This could be interesting. I don't know if I like the choice of assisting in a 1v1 with the Trebuchet, because Shaku is on the dodges, and without any immobilizers to keep him in place while the Trebuchet shoots, he looks like he's still gonna pick up the 1v1 against Tab, and it was enough time for Sammy to get in there. Now maybe switching it over to the windmill, but that fight is completely cleared up, so don't really like the choice of Trebuchet on that one.
Yeah, true. I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's looking good for Maiden Meta now. They're starting to slowly come back. I mean, Purple Smokers have got that couple of decaps now over on the windmill, which, sorry, they've only got the one decap. I'll just go back on that. But Zani has left a portal over there, and it's okay. Tommy is going to be over there on his own. I wonder if he can maybe trade out with the Elementalist. Not sure. Not important massively, to be honest. Purple Fazzle, again, trying to go for that decap. Zani's coming through, putting the Chaos Storm on point, and that is going to be trouble for Oz there. I mean, it should slowly be able to come back. It still could be quite tight if they can get a decap over on this node, but Purple Smoker are going to be focusing mainly on this point at the moment. Azani using that portal, very good at the moment, movement and rotations from Maiden Meta. Not good at the start in my opinion, but they've really picked it up now actually.
Yeah, so Darius actually got caught off guard there. We do see a lot of we see a lot of AoE damage on the side of MIM, but nice focus just with trying to get rid of Draze immediately. And he is just the one person you can focus down on, and he will die. There isn't that much protection on him, and even if they manage to get one down, MIM always has the safety of a Rest Spirit, and that is handy to have.
I mean, it might be nice to kind of talk about Zadaris as well at the moment, just because he's the newer person coming into Maiden Meta. He's actually doing a really good job. We've seen him go down a couple of times. It's not really, Thieves will go down to cleave at points, but he's doing a nice job, and he's really, again, look at Purple Feroz. He's taking down targets, he's putting the pressure on, he's not letting them travel, and he's not letting them rotate around the map enough. So they can support and they can actually keep the focus. And whoa, the damage that came onto Zadaris there. And again,
killed himself.
He just he died to fall.
Killed himself. Trebuchet coming back in, but we do have again the choice of, well, it's a 2v2 now. There is a bit more chaos, and maybe a bit more chaos that you can take advantage of with a Trebuchet. But the dodges, as of now, 3v2 with the dodges on there. Shaku going down. Oh, Vapor forming actually too far away off point, but we are in a range where it doesn't really matter. Sammy just needs to survive a little bit longer, or not even. Just completely group up on the windmill point, and they have got this game sealed. They are going to pick up the second win in this best of 3, which means MIM, and even getting the decap on Mansion.
Yeah. And a lot of people have been saying that, and not me, by the way, putting my hands up, that Purple Smokers have actually been doing a lot better than Maiden Meta recently. And there's kind of the proof right there. Maiden Meta just took it to Purple Smokers 2-1.
Yeah.
They did it on the day. And at the moment, Nick, on the day is very important, especially today, because they can win €400.
They can, as well as